Everybody, this is Bob Iacchino along with Mike Arnold from Path Trading Partners. Just a quick AM Path chat focused on FX today, or for this particular Path chat anyway. So it is Super Thursday. We've got a Bank of England meeting. They'll announce monetary policy decisions. They're also going to update their forecast for the UK economy. They're calling it Super Thursday. I think it's because of the combination of the announcement and the update in the forecast for the year, the economic forecast for the UK. We had a Challenger job cut report today, pretty bleak. There was some pretty big job cuts being reported by Challenger Gray and Christmas is the name of the company that does that. Jobless claims in a little bit, productivity. We've got the natural gas report from the EIA. We had the crude natural gas report yesterday, which showed a very large build in inventories. So some interesting stuff coming out today. Overnight, the dollar fell and the markets are mixed. The Asia Pacific Index gained 0.2%. Japan's TOPIX closed lower 1.1%. And the stock 600 was down just ever so slightly as of the recording of this Path chat. But let me turn it over to Mike to give you an update on what he's seeing in the FX world on the charts, which is the way we trade anyway. So Mike, it's over to you, please.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Happy Super Thursday to you. I did not realize that bit of news that they had named it Super Thursday. So as we've been talking about the last few Path chats, we've got a close above this downward sloping trend line. We came back, tested a prior target, which is also a significant level. If our targets are significant, if they're just significant levels, they're blue. If they're targets and significant levels, they're magenta. And if they are just targets, they are red. That's how we code our charts. So we have a rising rotation zone, came back to test it, which gave a second chance entry for many people. Now it's progressing back up to our next target. That is going to be around the, 108.73 level, which is up here at this next magenta line. Also, we have a rising channel. You're going to have a lot of resistance in this area. Eventually, when we get up here, you're going to have a substantial amount of resistance. We have a significant level. We have a rising channel line, and we have a simple 200 moving average that is declining. So keep that in mind for future targets as we go higher. Then if we do get beyond there, I'm expecting we'll get some other targets up in this area, and we'll call it out after we can get through this. But look for reactions in this area, especially if you're long or you're day trading in the direction of this move. You're going to want to pick your targets in here based off unfolding price action. This is going to be a very significant level up in here. Pound. I'm going to take off this trend line now. Technically, we would have a redraw to here. There's not much we can do anymore for trading. It's getting flatter. As they get flatter, they have less significance. And even if we get a close above this, this can provide resistance as you're seeing, but this will not produce any more trades. So I'm going to take this off. Really, the only trade we're watching for at this point from the long side is this still potential massive double bottom on a weekly basis. Now, on a daily basis, we're not watching for anything yet. We still have a rising rotation zone. We're setting up for another potential double top, but that is still very early. This is now an official trend line. Yesterday, Bob marked it in dashes because it was unofficial. It is now official, so I'm going to make it solid. And we'll keep an eye on there. If you're trading this from the short side, again, yesterday's lows are going to be a target. We have this trend line coming in, and then stuff around the 125, upper 124 to 124.90 to 125.01 is going to be your next major area of support. So keep that in mind if you're going short side. Long side, we bounced off this significant level, which was a prior target, and there's not much else that we haven't put on this chart. If we do move up again over the next day or so, keep watching for this 127.28 level higher. Otherwise, not much else going on. US dollar, Japanese yen. This is an official trend line also. And we're weakening again. We held this significant level. Now we're trading back below it. We're retesting this trend line, and we found some temporary support. This low from a couple days ago is also going to be key. It's called a defining point. If we get a close below that defining point, next little target for intraday trading would be the 111.64, and the next larger target is a 110.63 level. If we do rally up, keep in mind we have this 112.73, which is a really strong line in the sand. So if we do rally, I would not be surprised to retest that. And then we have today's open, the close from yesterday, these lining up in here. That's going to be another key resistance area. And you have the declining 8 coming in with the declining rotation zone. So we have lots of overhead resistance. Nothing else to do on a long-term basis because of this first target. But if you're day trading, watch for a move below here with the next target of 111.64. If we close below here on the daily, you can keep watching this to head lower. Finally, the Swissy official trend line in here with a key defining point. We have a dual significant level here and the rising 200. So we have pretty strong support in here. If we do get below there, we could go test the 62.5 GAN level, which is about the 98.50 level. And if we get through that, I'm expecting us to fall down to the 75% GAN level and this major significant level, which is both around the 97.40 to 97.48. So really 97.50 to 97.40 area is our next major target lower. We need to get on a daily basis a close below this low of 98.61. And then I'd like to see it also get a close below this 98.47 or 98.50 level to further confirm that move. Higher, we could bounce back up around really to the 99.50 level, but we have the declining 8. So there's going to be a lot of overhead resistance. We've retested this trend line and it has provided support along with these significant levels. So if we do get below this, we could see some fast moves, especially if you're day trading. Keep that in mind. That's about all I have right now, Bob. Back to you.
Real quick, also notice on these levels, Mike pointed out on the downside target on the Swiss, it's also the end of what we call a clear path move, which you can learn about at our website if you were to choose to. Really quick, while Mike was going over the euro, the Bank of England came out with its announcement, its Super Thursday announcement. And they left rates and quantitative easing unchanged, as well as upgrading their forecast for the economy. This is the second time since Brexit that they've updated the economic forecast, contrary to all the dire predictions of Brexit. You can see the move is accelerating to the downside because they updated their economic outlook, as well as leaving rates unchanged and leaving their quantitative easing, their bond buying program unchanged, which is weakening the pound. The committee now sees gross domestic product rising 2% from 1.4. 1.4 was a lift of the prior projection. As I said, they've lifted it twice. They also see inflation accelerating through this year by 2018 to 2.8%. And their target is 2%. Now remember, when a central bank, which includes our Fed, has a target, or I'm sorry, an inflation target, that target of 2% means that they want it to fluctuate around that 2% level. It doesn't have to sit there, but I would argue that 2.8% by 2018 would cause rate hikes in the UK. But right now, with the record low rates, the bond buying, the pound is getting hit a little bit here. So that's about it, guys. Path chats every AM and PM, as well as pathtradingpartners.com. Support at pathtradingpartners.com for any questions. And please subscribe to our Money Path podcast, which will be out every Saturday. Thanks, guys. Cheers, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.